This is where the reclamation is planned. Work has been underway here for some time already, as you can see, but today the project took form. These artist impressions show the buildings and spaces that will have residential, community, retail and commercial use. The Chief Minister told me private, affordable homes would be built here, which he said would be more exclusive than government affordable homes. It's expected the development will also see some high-end residential properties built. The developers are hoping to put all parking and traffic below ground. This would allow for large pedestrianised and recreational areas that would be open to the public. The plans include an extensive waterfront promenade, solely for use by pedestrians and cyclists. Fabian Picardo is calling it a garden city by the sea, but the journey there could be a noisy and dusty one. Before anything can be built, these waters need to be filled in. Most of the rubble needed will come from this mound on the east side. I asked the Chief Minister what the environmental impact, what the quality of life impact would be of having to move all of this landmass from here to Coaling Island. He told me the government has considered this and has taken advice on it, along with all the other relevant concerns. But he says there's no other way to move it. Rocks and earth excavated at Lathbury Barracks will also be transported down and poured into the port waters. So how much will all of this construction work cost? Well, we don't know. The government says it'll finance the reclamation and then get paid back with interest. But he says he cannot tell us how much taxpayers' money will be used to finance this project, because it would make it harder for the developer to get good value for money from subcontractors. So who is the developer? Well, according to Companies House, the directors of Harbour Development Limited are Paul Butler, James Garbarino, Lawrence Isola and Isaac Levy. The shareholder is currently showing as a company called GD9 Land Limited, owned by Paul Butler and Elizabeth Byrne. Together, the Chief Minister says they have a proven track record. Unsurprisingly for such a large project, there are a few political angles. The Chief Minister says the agreement over Coaling Island dates back to the former administration. He says he has improved it. The Spanish government has already talked about trying to stop the construction of buildings on the east side reclamation. It'll be harder for them to make a similar argument here because the waters in the port of Gibraltar were ceded under the Treaty of Utrecht. The Gibraltar Protocol's Environment Memorandum, produced as part of the Brexit process, talks about enhanced cooperation in assessing the environmental impact of proposed projects that are likely to have a significant transboundary effect. This reclamation is much further away from Spain, presumably making transboundary arguments harder to sustain. The timeline for the project announced today is 5 to 10 years.